How is it going, you lovely lot? Welcome back to Park to Prem. Today is the start of season number 14, and to kick things off today, we have an away day at West Brom, followed up by a league game against, well, the second favourites for the league in Manchester City. If we look at the season preview here, we have jumped ahead of them. They were ahead of us pre-season, but with our transfers done, and well, with the Don now here, the new Frenchman, who I'm hoping we are going to get a lot out of, we are now the favourites for the league. The game against them today is going to be a big one. And while you may have already caught it on the club profile screen, we did have to play them in the Community Shield in pre-season. It was a dramatic pre-season friendly. Let's be honest, that is what this competition is. We won on penalties, 8-7. In regular time, both Celik and Erling Haaland missed penalties. Yeah, it was not a good day for penalty takers. Erling Haaland has fallen off, kind of. I mean, he's still very good in Football Manager. It was a very, very tight game. Afoni made some big stops in the penalty shootout. And well, it was nice to start the year with a win, especially because we hadn't won this competition before. We finished runner-up last year. But yeah, another trophy added to the collection now. Just the Carabao Cup and the Champions League to win. Hopefully we can make that happen this year. Let's run the intro. Big league games coming up. Let's do this. Hopefully you guys are doing absolutely amazing, and I hope you got on to have a lovely weekend as well. We are back here for Park to Prem, and first and foremost, we probably should talk transfers. Now, of course, last episode, we went crazy signing a load of young players, including £82 million for Reptar. Yeah, he's a dragon or a dinosaur. Is Reptar a dragon or a dinosaur in the Rugrats universe? I don't actually know. Either way, he finds himself on the bench to start the season, you can see here. That because Diop is out to start the year. He is out for up to 3 weeks. And annoyingly, another injury we got inflicted upon us during pre-season was Misiak. He broke his arm. He could be out for 6 weeks. Now, in terms of transfers, since last episode, one man has joined us. That man is Dede, the Turkish 18-year-old, a good little player, joined us on his birthday. Doesn't have the best of physicals, definitely needs to work on those a little bit. I'm going to put a little extra training focus on his quickness. But nevertheless, with his mentals and his potential, he looks like he could be a very good player. Now, in terms of transfers out, of course, the likes of João Victor and Haddad left. Besides that, you'll notice a lot of sales here, few players leaving on frees and lots of loans. To be honest, a lot of these players just products of the youth academy and players that we picked up that just aren't going to get near the first team. So unlike Darren Roberts here, we made a punt signing on back when we were in the Championship, now moving him on for 1.3 million. And while there were a few products of our youth academy, we were able to move on for a little bit. Column Stair, you can see here, not a bad little player, but never going to get near our first team. We sold him on for £1.4 million. And the most notable of these academy sales, one that we got the ball rolling on last episode, Montari leaving to join Bristol City. We sold him for £6 million. A good player to come through our academy, but let's be real, he's just never going to get near our first team. Since last episode, pre-season really hasn't involved signing anyone, but just trying to get rid of players. Our under-21s is still a little on the bloated side. You can actually see here how many players I've currently got out on loan. A lot of these players with really, really good potential. They are mostly going on loan, if I'm not mistaken, to Championship clubs. Mostly because I want to get them homegrown in nation. We'll keep a close eye on all the different loanees. If anyone's playing particularly well, I'm sure I'll let you know about it later on this season. Now, since last episode, I have suffered minor issue. I say minor. It's a little bit major. Huari, not very happy. Afoni, not happy either. Huari is currently on £115,000 a week. I had an offer of £50 million-ish, if I'm not mistaken, for Real Madrid. I think there were some extra clauses on top. Fundamentally, though, I'm not going to sell Huari. He is a world-class centre-back. I told him I'd give him a wage rise. You can see here, I've promised him a wage rise. He wanted £230,000 a week. I'm not paying him that. And another man who wanted a big wage rise was Afoni. Following on from his Community Shield performance, AC Milan put in an offer. I rejected it because it wasn't a good enough offer. And he told me, I need a pay rise. I want £240,000 a week. He wanted to become the top earner as a goalkeeper. I love Afoni. He is getting a little big for his boots. The good news, I suppose, with both these players is they have got long-ish term contracts. Really what I'm hoping is that the transfer window closes and they realise their place in the universe. And actually, that Rugby Town is just a good place to play their football and they just get happy. Otherwise, they might just force moves and cause other players to be unhappy. Hopefully, that won't happen. When it comes to kind of our actual team and the hierarchy, it's a little bit weird. We don't really have any influential players. We've just got loads of highly influential players, which I feel like does mean that when the likes of Huari get unhappy, it kind of just bleeds through the whole team. I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem. Anyway, to kick off the season, we've got an away day. We've not done an away day to an English club in a hot minute. We are heading to the Hawthorns, a stadium that I have been to before. The Midlands away, not a long away day to head to. A stadium that has been built for over, you can see here, 135 years. Let's go do an away day. Anyway, for today's away day, we are heading west, if I'm not mistaken. I realise I don't actually know where West Brom is. I assume it's in West Bromwich. That feels somewhat logical, doesn't it? Where is the football stadium? I remember going to the stadium and having to walk down the railway line for ages. Aha! That is weird, isn't it? I actually knew to follow the railway line to get to the stadium. That is knowledge right there. Yeah, like I said, I've done the away day before. I have a memory of walking down this path here, and I'm pretty sure it leads to a car park or something. I mean, not that you want to be parking this far away. I don't know where we parked. I think it might have been around here. That's a very long walk if that is the walk I did. It was a few years ago now. Either way, speaking of car parks, they know how to do it here in West Brom. Look at this. Fantastic car parking. Nice to see they've got accessible bays as well for those that might have accessibility needs. Look at the car. I love this car parking. It feels like the kind of stadium that you don't expect to have good car parking, and yet it does here, there, and everywhere. What building is this? The Samwell Academy. I'm assuming this isn't part of the football stadium. You could probably sneak and park here if you wanted to. Oh, and there's more car parking here at the West Brom Community Sports Hall. I assume that isn't a sports hall in this bit. Be a very long, narrow sports hall, wouldn't it? You could only fit a few cricket nets in there. This is probably the sports hall, isn't it? Don't mind me, I'm just scouting out the sports hall. I guess there's an indoor football pitch in here. It is the West Brom Academy location as well. I guess maybe they have boarding bits for academy players, or at least kind of classrooms and that kind of stuff. Either way, if we go for a wander down here, we are going to hit the Hawthorns, which is a proper traditional football stadium. Floodlights, firstly. Very strong floodlight game. That's a very unique floodlight, isn't it? Like, I've never seen a floodlight with staircases to the top and a ladder halfway. That looks weird. I will say, it doesn't look like the grandest establishment, does it, from this side of the ground? It looks a bit swimming pool-y. The thing I do love about it, though, is it's got character, hasn't it, as Brendan Rodgers would say. It looks unique, it looks different, and, like, it's just, I want to say it's pretty. I don't know if I'd necessarily describe these poorly painted posts as pretty, but it has an aesthetic to it. Is that one of the greatest gates you've ever seen to a car park? It's almost a bit pretentious, isn't it, that gate? I mean, I like the fact that this gate next door is nowhere near as nice. It's just got the badge there. What is this gate for? Does the Queen come to... Wait, the Queen's dead. Does the royal family come to watch the football here? Do I edit this out of the video? I'm sorry, Lizzie, if you're watching from heaven. I forgot you'd gone. Yeah, I have to keep this in, don't I? Oh, we can go and look at the club shop here, albeit in 2008. At least in 2008, they weren't calling it a superstore. The road footage here is from 2023. They called it a megastore in the future. Take away all their points. Okay, the moment of truth. How many views are there in the state? Okay. Who at West Brom went crazy going around on Google Street View knowing I'd one day come here? First view I've clicked on here. Doesn't this just look nice? It looks beautiful, doesn't it? It looks like a proper old school English ground that's just kind of grown with time as football here has got bigger and, I was going to say, better. You know, there's been good times here in this stadium. I love stadiums like this. It feels like a football ground. I'm going around all these dots in the stadium. A load of these are just on the street and Google have just misaligned them. Google, you've really sold me a lie here. Have I got a better option here? Oh, we have. Shout out to Adam. Adam went mental taking photos in 2016, knowing one day I'd arrive. If you want to get a proper pitch level view, sit on seat A. You will be at football boot height. Tell you what, on a wet day, if a player comes sliding in, you might lose an eye. Ladies and gentlemen, we have drone footage. Oh my word, I'm just in my happy place right now. I mentioned earlier, didn't I, about this sports hall maybe having a pitch in it. It's not big enough for it, but there is a big pitch here. And presumably, there's another indoor pitch over there. More 4G there or 3G there. More football pitches over there as well. I assume that this is all just West Brom's academy ground. Either way, I love it when you get a football stadium like this that's old school. I've enjoyed it. I'm trying to remember more about when I went to this ground besides walking along the railway line, and I really can't remember anything else about it. Don't even think it was a very good game. Hopefully we get a good game today, though. First game of the season. Their media prediction is 17th. They are newly promoted. It's a bit of a baptism of fire, isn't it, for them? I realise, need to give the stadium a score. You know what? They renamed their store a mega store. 4 out of 10. That's a harsh rating. 6.5. So 6.5's fair. Now, it is worth noting, we are playing on a Friday today. It's the first game of the season. We are being put on the airwaves, or the view waves, the TV waves. The airwaves is radio. Well, this is not an audio podcast. Either way, some of you listen to it as an audio podcast. Shout out to the audio listeners. In terms of the team, Ifoni might not be happy. He is starting in goal. Bailey Salmon, I've already talked about this over the summer. He is coming in to be the successor to Dexter Snedden at centre-back. I feel like I need to give the 19-year-old as much first-team football as possible this year to really aid his development. In terms of the rest of the team, Bolton in at roaming playmaker probably would lose his spot to Misiak if Misiak was fit, but he's injured to start the year, and I know we can trust this man. Over on the bench, not a whole load of new faces. Of course, Korstam is our goalkeeper, signed to be the new backup. If Ifoni doesn't do well and continues to cry, maybe we give him a run out elsewhere, though. In terms of new faces, there is one man to keep an eye on. Reptar, 19 years old, signed for 82 million. I'd love to give him lots of first-team football today, given the fact that, obviously, we're without Diop to start the year, and Sanfei starting a striker. I feel like Reptar might get to make a few cameo appearances on off the bench. This is definitely the kind of game where if it wasn't so early on in the year, I would rotate things around, maybe play a B team, but it's the first game of the season. We want to start off strong. That's very much my expectation. Okay, 15 minutes into this game, we've not had a load of early highlights, but maybe a chance here. Rojas back to Donald, who of course is going to be the mainstay defensive midfielder, laid inside to Sanfei. He ended last season with a hat-trick on the last day of the season in the Premier League, Sanfei. Wouldn't mind him getting another hat-trick here. Bolton playing it forward. Faye can't win his header, and now it's with, well, West Brom for a moment. They gift the ball back. Celik, rocking our new away kit, you might notice. Getting to the byline as well. Options inside. Also has Alex back down the line. He could maybe put the ball in. He floats it. Alexi is there, and he heads it wide. I feel like ordinarily you sign a player with the calibre of Alexi and there's these really high expectations and hopes and pressure on him to succeed. That does definitely exist. But because we signed him on a free transfer, I don't necessarily feel kind of as much tied to his performances. You know, if we spent 100 million on him, it'd be a very different kind of situation. But he came in on a freebie. I'm hoping he is going to be a real difference maker in an already very stacked attack. And an attack which really should have scored its first goal of the season there. Celik has left the woodwork shaking. Alex with the ball, laying it inside to Bolton. Perhaps a chance here to make something happen. Hwari, wide to Donald. Lehman with a little bit of space on the far side. The South Korean international back to the Dutch national in Bolton. Alex, right back, scores. He's one of my favourite players in this team. We moved Bolton out of position to facilitate this man's development last year. He has repaid that faith and more. The master, by the way, here, laying the ball to the apprentice, our former right back to our new right back, and a lovely finish that left Gonzalo Gomez. Why is that so difficult to say? He was wiggling on the line there, goalkeeper. Maybe he's had a bit to drink. I think I might have had a bit to drink. I can't get my words out. We've got a chance here. Lee Min. Dig me out of this hole. Whip to the back post. Salmon is there. Bailey Salmon has 18 jumping reach and 17 heading. I think he could be a set-piece weapon. That is a goal for him. Lehman whipping the ball in, and then Bailey Salmon leaping. I've just noticed, did Bailey Salmon have a bald patch on top? He's 19 years old and he's balding. It's a disaster. I did think for a moment it was going to be half-time. We are not showing mercy here. We're on the attack again. There's 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. We look very, very good so far. Would love to end it on a high. Salmon laying it to Donald. Celik, Bolton, Faye gets him behind, tucks it away. Is he onside? If he's onside, he's timed that run to perfection. My gut instinct to tell me he's offside. Then again, my gut instinct's been wrong before. It's not going to be wrong today. It remains 2-0. Okay, there's 30 seconds left of this first half. Really thought it was just going to end. No, there is more. Don't go and get an early snack at halftime. Don't try and avoid the rushes. There is a goal, maybe, to witness. Oh my word. Aaron Celik with the goal. Alex with the assist. Pick that one out. This was a curvaceous shot from range, wasn't it? Alex with the interception, lays it forward. Celik picks up the ball, and the Ballon d'Or winner finesses it in off the inside of the post. 3-0 up in this game. Everything is going to plan. And knowing that we've got Man City up next, I feel like, and this might be a bit complacent, I'm going to make some subs. Reptar, come on for your debut. The new player there. Elsewhere, Marky Anderson on for Bolton. You know what, Hwari? You've been complaining lately. We'll just bring in NDIA. Do I want to make more subs here? You know what, Carlos Ossé, I want to facilitate this man's development because I think he could be very, very good. He's going to come in at defensive mid. Might be a little bit rude to make 4 subs at the end of the first half and going into the second half, but ultimately we've dominated this game. It did look like at one point we might not find our way through before half time, but we got 3 goals in the space of the last 15 minutes of that half. Hoping that this second half is going to continue in a similar vein, although they are on the attack here, West Brom. Esposito laying it to the edge of the box. We've got plenty of players back. Alexi puts in 1 tackle. Not brought him in for his defending, but he was called into action there. And well, I think that was Alex, my favourite at the far post, who I was expecting to do something. He missed the ball on the header. To be fair to the right back, his aerial ability isn't exactly what he's known for. That is a very pathetic jump, mind you. That was West Brom's first shot on target, so we're not going to overreact. I'm hoping we can reinstate the 3-goal lead immediately. Alex whipping it in. Faye scores. First goal of the season for him. Is it going to count? What is VAR checking here? The linesman's not raised his flag. The referee's checking something. I feel like this is going to count. It is going to count. I didn't even get the check complete there. It was that certain of a goal. Alex to the byline, floating it in, and Sam Fay did very well there. That was an overhit cross he managed to get his head on. The only thing that can make today better would be if Reptar gets a goal, given the fact we've spent like £80 million on him at 19. Do need him to get some goals and to make some stuff happen when we do call upon him. Calling upon him here, not necessarily for some defending, which is what is necessary right now. Luis Felipe's just scored his 2nd goal of the game. He's got a low squad number on the back of his shirt. I think he's a defender. I take that back. He's number 3. He's playing left mid for them. Number 3 at left mid. Some of you out there are fuming right now. West Brom with another chance. If they get one more, do I have to start to panic? Do we start to worry if they get another? I thought of 3-0 I could afford to make all these changes and just chill out. I'm now beginning to regret it because, well, West Brom look like they've got a little bit of life about them. They're only 2 goals behind us. One more, and it starts to get maybe a little bit squeaky bum time for us as the ball is switched over to Demenge. He's got options in the middle. He loops it in. Ifoni collects. I really, lots of reallys, would love to get a 5th goal here and just get back 3 goals ahead. We've got plenty of players forward. Sadly, on that occasion, the ball was lacking, and now it's West Brom bringing it forward again. Ball goes through the defender's leg there. It goes to the back post. It's whipped in. And I'll tell you what, Bailey Salmon is known for his ability in the air. We are being abused in the air in this game. West Brom with a corner now, which we are going to get away. But Sam Fay, in pursuit, can't get there first. I don't know. There's an energy about this game that's making me feel uncomfortable. This was meant to be the easy game of today's episode. We've got Man City following on from this. That's the kind of must-win game that, well, you look at the start of the year and think, if we win that, that's a statement. We need to, though, navigate this game here. We half clear away. Demenge, though, still has the ball in a dangerous area. There's players in the middle. The ball's in the back of the net. David Martinez has scored. It's 4-3. Should I be panicking more? I mean, we've brought an NDIA. He's currently on a 6.7. We've brought an Ossé. He's on a 6.6. Anderson is on a 6.6 as well. You know what we'll do? We'll just shout, demand more. That usually solves life's problems, doesn't it? Right, we have the ball here. This highlight started at a really weird moment with us with the ball high up the pitch. Mark Anderson shoots. Comfortable save, I think, in the end. We do still have a corner here. We've scored one of these already. Where is Bailey? Can you see him? There he is. Oh, he's headed it wide. I thought he was going to score another for a moment. Look at the match momentum. What are West Brom cooking? What are they cooking? Are they like, is the Rock their chairman or something? Because they are cooking something strong. It's 4-4. It's actually 4-4. I can't believe what I've witnessed. I brought on the kids and I trusted the rotated team. They have let me down here. Bailey Salmon has dodged that there. He thinks he's playing dodgeball. Right, 10 minutes left. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. I'm bringing in Vasquez to come in and hopefully make a difference. The 21-year-old, great in the air, great pace, complete forward. Reptar, you're currently on a 6.5. I was hoping he'd be on a 9 for his debut. He's nowhere near that. And I can't believe what I've seen. They've scored 4 goals from an XG of less than 1. To be fair, we've scored 4 from less than 2 XG. Imagine if we draw this to start the year. Imagine if we lose this. Imagine, I don't want to imagine it. There's 8 minutes of added time. Nothing is pissing happening. I'm moving Alex up the pitch. You know what, Chelik, you can play as another striker through the middle. It's time for 3 strikers. Desperate times call for desperate measures. In possession, don't overlap. hit early crosses, pass into space, hoof it long. In transition, we want to get it to the flanks, and out of possession, we're already closing down and doing a load of stuff. Get stuck in, step up more. We need a goal in the next 4 minutes. It's probably not going to happen. You know things are serious. I'm going very attacking. Okay, changes locked in. Is there to be a late highlight? Hold your horses. I will admit now, I am throwing a lot of men forward here and leaving us open at the back. I'm hoping that our pure attacking quality is just going to overwhelm West Brom here. DeBast playing it forward. Mind you, if they score to make it 5-4. What a way to start the year it would be. Unbeaten last year, losing to West Brom. It'd be disastrous. We might have a chance here, though. Celik goes down in a heap. Vasquez is there. He punts it through the goalkeeper's legs. They say going on very attacking doesn't work. They are wrong. Not sure who they is, by the way. They is me. I usually say that very attacking isn't worth it, but I'll tell you what, it's worked out for us here. Vasquez through the keeper's legs. That is naughty, isn't it? That's a naughty finish. I know there's only 2 minutes left here. I'm just making everyone go defensive now. We're now shutting up shop. Okay, I think this is done. It is done. We nearly played 100 minutes there. We were 3-0 up at half-time and we nearly bottled it. I wasn't sure what to expect from West Brom. It's perhaps the most entertaining game of the season. And we've started off, well, with a win. Just about. Should we just end the season now? You know, top of the league, won our first game. Life's good. We have to be better for our next game. Speaking of which, that next game is against Man City. We are playing at home, although it's not actually a home game because we're playing at our temporary stadium for this year. We need to be good. We have to be better. We beat Man City at the start of the year in the Community Shield, albeit on penalties. There's not penalties in the Premier League, so we need to beat them on our own merit. Let's see if we can step it up in that next one. Okay, folks, game number 2 today, home against Man City. Let's be honest, that last game didn't quite go as I thought it would. Hopefully this one is more straightforward. Have a sneaking suspicion it won't be. Now, sadly for us in terms of team news, Diop is still out, Misiak is still out, but the rest of the team is, well, fit. I'm sat here thinking, do I want to change anything? I need to remind myself, played amazing in the first half. We were 3-0 up and then I just decided to bring on the kids. Maybe that's a cautionary tale that, well, we shouldn't take for granted our position at any point. Imagine if we'd blown a 3-goal lead, having made 3 subs at half-time. That would have entirely been on me. You know what? I feel like I've learned a vital lesson in that first game of the season. We're at home for this game. Let's make it count. Haven't really mentioned this yet, but I do think the focus of this year is mainly going to be on the Champions League. Having now good and beaten in the Premier League, I expect us to be there challenging towards the top. But with this being a first game of the season, I thought, you know, it'd be a good game to come for, see how we square up against our main rivals. But in reality, don't know how much Premier League football we're actually going to see this year. After the last year's bottling of the Champions League, I really want to make that my number 1 priority alongside the Carabao Cup. You know, we've had a Ballon d'Or winner in our team. We've had, well, an unbeaten season in the Premier League. There's only so many things left to tick off in the Park to Prem bucket list. Rojas scoring here would be on my bucket list. What is that finish? That is... oh, it's stupid, isn't it? How has that gone in? I suppose the one advantage of playing in Coventry's ground is their seats are actually blue, aren't they? It has a homely atmosphere, and Rojas, he feels at home. That is shot, cannons off one post, and nestles into the side netting on the other side. What a finish that is. Thought this might be a cagey game. You know, we drew against them 2-2 in the Community Shield. There wasn't a load of action in the early stages of that game. There is in this game. Oh, my word. It could have been 1-1 inside 5 minutes. It could be 2-0 inside 7. We've got the ball on the far side. Celik has gone down in a heap there. Pete Banks points to the spot. I'm going to work on the assumption this is going to be given. Right now I've got Sanfé on penalties, but he's not on the pitch. I know he's not great at penalties. I really want to get Alexi his first goal at the club just to try and help him settle in. Even if it's a charity goal from the penalty spot, I think it could be vital. Historically, we've had issues with penalties, so maybe this is a terrible idea. I mean, last year, Faye missed 1 out of 3. We had 1 out of 4 missed by Rojas, and now we have 1 out of 1 missed by Alexi. That is not ideal, is it? I mean, we still got the corner. Where is Bailey Salmon? Where is he? Number 15, back post. There he is. He's got 4 men marking him. He was never going to get there. Man City looking to play the ball out from the back. We had a 9-goal thriller last game. It was 9. I had to hesitate there for a moment because I was sat thinking, was it 9? 9 goals just seems like an absurd amount. It was 9 last time. It could be even more here. Rojas is through again. He squares it to Sanfé. He tucks it away. It is now 2-0. It should be 3. Two players who were playing for us in the Championship continuing to do the business at the elite level. Rojas squares it. Sanfei's there, the Costa Rican to the great Scot. And, 2-0 up. Let's not get carried away, but we look very good here. Man City looking for a response. Rico Lewis is their captain in this universe. The right back laid it inside, but we've managed to win the ball, and Rojas is in behind again. He squares it. It goes through everyone, but Lee Min is going to keep the play alive. He looks to get it in. He does get it in. It's free. It's free. Sanfei gets another. Right now, Man City are playing with this really high line, and we're seeing it in every single highlight. Rojas just getting in behind, using his pace, and then, well, on this occasion, it didn't immediately amount to a goal, but we got bodies in the box, and Sanfei was there to grab his second goal of the game. Didn't keep a clean sheet last game. To be fair, we weren't even close to keeping a clean sheet. I'd really like to keep one here. Every highlight starts with Man City with the ball, and then it feels like every time we win it back somewhere in the midfield and then just get in behind. On this occasion, though, in trying to play that defence splitting pass, we've left ourselves open. Haaland's like 5 yards offside there. I mean, it looked like he had his own custom animation as he just lashed that ball in. This definitely isn't going to count, is it? Like, if this is onside, then my name is Bob Marley, and I am not Bob Marley. I'll be honest, not even sure why we've been shown that highlight. I mean, the finish here on the volley, I hope it shows it. Don't even get to see it. The volley was good at the end of it. We want 4! We've got to throw in on this near side. Celik now with the ball, looking to pull the strings. Lays it to Alex at right back. He's been a bit quiet this game, the right back. On this occasion, that cross, not finding its intended target either. Pellegrino, the left back, looking to bring it out for them. Lays it into the channels for Haaland, who's going to look to hold up the play for Daj. He's going to cut inside. Lays it to Ouedraogo, who shoots and does find a goal back for Man City just before half-time. Of course, last year in FM24, Ouedraogo was a player we used a lot in Germany, and he was very, very good. He is also very good in this universe. We can't let him have that kind of space there. Man City scoring with their only shot on target at the half. If you were worried that was going to spur a late resurgence to end the half, hasn't happened. We find ourselves 3-1 up. Okay, second half is here. We've already played almost 15 minutes. We have a set piece in a dangerous area. Celik is good at free kicks. He didn't score many last year. I'd love him to open his account there. It's a one that goes, well, towards the corner, but the keeper always had it covered. Was on the easy side for the keeper. He didn't commit early to kind of anticipating the shot to go to the near post like most would. He was wise to the threat. And now, from that save, Man City find themselves trying to launch the counter-attack. Erling Haaland scores. Ouedraogo with the assist. Hour played here. Alexi's on a 6.3. He missed a penalty as well, didn't he? I gave him that penalty to give him a boost, to give him a good kind of rating in the game and hopefully just get the juices flowing so he'd score more. And it's had the opposite effect. Haaland's got one back. I have to respond with some changes. Alexi's been poor. We're going to bring in Neto at centre attack in mid. Bolton's not had the best game either at roaming playmaker. Marky Anderson on for him. Alex at right back. I'll sing his praises a lot. He has disappointed me today. NDIA is going to come on to play right back. Going to make a triple change. Don't feel like we need to make many more, but I am going to shout demand more. I'm not very happy with what we've seen in this game. We need to step it up. I mean, it's not been a game with a load of chances. We've just been very clinical. There's 20 minutes left. We bottled a 3-goal lead in the last game. Are we about to do it in back-to-back games? To be fair, I don't mind doing it as long as we end up winning the game in the end. What I hate, though, is the fact that we do look like we're susceptible this year. Is this what second season syndrome is? You know, you win the league comfortably, the players all get on the beach. We've got a really long and beaten run in the Premier League to keep going. It dates back to May of, well, the season before last. A goal here could be massive. Celik shoots, it's blocked over. Realised, I forgot to mention it, in the Community Shield, you know, the game that we won against Man City, the man who missed their penalty in the penalty shootout was Guerrero. He's just come onto the pitch here. This man is our secret agent. I'm hoping he's going to play badly here. He missed a penalty in the Community Shield. If he just wants to miss a few more chances here, I'd really appreciate it. As a reminder, we had Guerrero when we were in League 2. It was sad that we couldn't hold on to him long term, wasn't it? The fact that he's now tearing up for Man City really gives you an idea of just how good he is. He could have been like Sanfei. He could have been like Rojas. He could have entered the Hall of Fame like João Victor. Instead, he sold out his soul to go to Crystal Palace and then end up at Man City. Disgusting behaviour. What could only make this tale more sour and bitter is if he got on the score sheet here. Fortunately for us, That chance didn't fall his way. Drago pulls it wide. There's 10 minutes left. I really want another goal. We've got 4 players on this left side. Surely you just go short here. Surely there is a trick play to be had. Oh my, okay, I'll take it. You know what? I won't complain about the fact he shot there because that has hit the crossbar and gone over. 5 minutes left of this game. I'm very, very nervous. Can you tell I'm nervous? Leeman, Donald, Salmon, Celik. I just want a goal. Just one more goal. Make it comfortable, please. We've given away the ball. Drago has it. NDIA puts in a tackle of sorts. It goes all the way back to Ifoni. There's 4 minutes left. I'm watching the clock here. It's like the end of a shift at work. I'm staring, wishing for time to go by quicker. I thought for a moment the ball was going to fall through to Neto. Sadly, he couldn't get there. Baldazzi picks up the ball for Man City at the back. The goalkeeper potentially looking now to go long. Manchester City ushering their players up the pitch. So they look to launch it into the final third. NDIA wins a nice header. Ball back with Bailey Salmon. Anderson, nice ball. Rojas, Celik through again. He's had a few chances. He's not taken them. He has taken that one though. It's 4-2. Hopefully that is game over now. Please, Football Manager gods, be game over. Bailey Salmon, Anderson, Rojas, Celik. I'll tell you what, Roger Rojas has been in some great form, hasn't he, today? He's been very, very impressive. He's on a 9.1 for this game. 3 minutes of added time. I feel like that goal has really taken the wind out of the sails of Man City. What a massive win that is. 4-2 it finishes. A little wobble, little scare in the middle, but was comfortable in the end. Just a little update. Remember Crystal Palace? We looked at them in the transfer special because they have this really small squad. They are starting to sign some players. As a reminder, their media prediction was second. They've lost, 3 games in a row. They've not yet won in the championship. I am worried for them. Rojas in top form as we dominate. Give him some praise. He ended up with a 10.0 rating for that game. What a start to the season he has had. Very, very happy with that. Okay, well, a little bit of a mixed bag in terms of results to start the season. I was hoping it was going to be more straightforward, but wasn't meant to be. It is worth noting we've got a really run of difficult games in September. I'm not going to come back for those games because, like I already mentioned, I feel like the focus really this year is going to be on the Champions League. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we come back next episode and our unbeaten run is over. We're going to try and keep it going for as long as we can. What is our current record right now for wins in a row? Oh, no, matches without losing. We're at 44 games right now. I don't know what the Premier League record is, but we must be getting close to it. The most games without losing record is 49, so we are 5 games away from it to do it. I'll tell you what, that Liverpool game, to do it. We might have to come back for that, even though I kind of don't want to. I mean, if we lose to Arsenal or Man United, then there's no point in coming back for it, is there? You know what? We'll play it by ear. There's no point in trying to make a plan. I changed my mind anyway. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, go down below, leave a like. We'll be back next time for more Park to Prem action. Until then, take things easy. Have an amazing weekend. It's me, Jack, and I'll see you on Monday for more. I'm out.